Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offense coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Burrow. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught just inside the 10. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
On one, ready? 11 empty tank. 11 empty tank.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. The Giants had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing, Jones steps away. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Gano's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
From the gun to give to Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. Shifts by him. They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Grant Delpit providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the...
And I think the ball's out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones out to his left. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On fourth down, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty, and the Bengals will get the football back.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they go play action now. Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
On one, ready?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Third quarter
of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Jones now. They're bringing a blitz. And it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. Scoring has really been at a premium. And Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
10 apiece as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try. And he loses the football a second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 76 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Burrow. Firing quick. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Second down at 4. Here's a give to Barkley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Jones. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Barkley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know